so many of you are doing. We want to say thank you for coming out. There are other people en route, but we said 6 o'clock. I want to get started because we want to make sure that you get whatever you came here for. Um, I also would like to take this time on behalf of Terry, Terralina, and myself to say welcome. Terry is in Dallas, Texas, even as we speak. And so she's been long distance, but we're still handling everything and we're still going to be moving forward. Um, this year, we want to give people an opportunity to be a part of the community in a different way. We're looking for people to perhaps share a newsletter or post on our Substack page or do do a video or whatever presentations. We are looking if you'd like to present at an event like Claudia will be doing today, we would love for you to join in with us. Um, doesn't cost you anything to do that. You are free to bring your products and services, talk about it, because the point of doing all of that is to help you grow your business and to be able to have people know what it is that you do, participate in what it is that you do. So that's what we are doing today. So introduce yourself. Okay, y'all all know one another. Because the pink people have come out with the pink and the flags. They all got the memo. You too. You got a pink hat on. So um, mingle around. Feel free to order anything that you'd like to get. Um, this is Biz Chicks First Money, and everybody who may be watching live and on the replay, welcome. So we will be starting with the presentation in about 20 minutes or so, but get yourself something to eat, something to drink. Uh, and let's, Keisha, what you got going on?
What do I have going on this month? Lots going on. So I have my anniversary. Woo! 22 years in skincare and makeup, and on our event on the 26th. So we're going to celebrate. It's usually just a pampering event, but we're going to celebrate that day, my anniversary. And so you're welcome to come and get pampered and have a little refreshments. It's going to be at, what's it called?
Cap City.
Cap City.
Okay.
And that's where we're going to be for that day.
And that's the
And that's
22nd?
the 26th.
The 26th.
Okay. It's a Sunday at 1 p.m.
Okay.
Yes.
Yay.
And of course, if you need to do a updated 2025 look, we could do that. We could set up that date for another day or any time.
Thank you very much.
For sure.
Okay. Ms. Wanda, what do you got going on?
I'm still doing the radio show. I've been off for the last month, so I'll be coming back with new episodes at the end of the month. I'm freshly retired from the state of California. So I am doing my speaker consulting, my public speaking coaching full time, starting now.
Yeah,
Just
wonderful.
growing that.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Exciting.
Maureen.
What am I am starting to host at my table. It's the table of six, so I'm starting to host at that. The concept of the table this time is going to be a little bit different, because we'll be dealing with a lot of topics that women deal with that they don't want to talk about. So the topic would be that I'm discussing or talk about health. So we're going to cover vagina health. We're going to cover all the hormones, cortisol, estrogen, when estrogen dive, low estrogen, And so we're gonna deal with a lot of hormonal issues and eat and talk about them and do a whole day. Well, we start at 2 and then we're ending at 6, where we do like yoga, stretching, and just go inside and talk about different stuff that happening to us as women as we age and how to nurture our body instead of shaming it and cursing it out. So kind of on, kind of on that journey, and also just to teach that our bodies change and the different hormones in our body, when they change, what happens to the body. And so we're going to be talking a lot about hormonal health and why we see the weight gain, why we don't see the weight gain, why we see dry vagina, why we see, all these other declines, but also ways that we can stay vibrant through it. And so it's grown-up conversations.
Hey, Jen.
Hi. Hey.
You're just in time.
Sorry, it took me a moment.
Yeah, haven't seen you move.
And so I talk about those topics because as they as I go through my menopausal years and testosterone drop and estrogen decline, what do we do? And adrenal fatigue. So we're going to dive into some of those questions and talk about it. So yeah, that's kind of what it's going on.
Okay.
My table is the 25th, but I think it's already sold.
Oh, wow. Well, your tables are famous. Her tables normally sell out.
Because we just come and we have real conversations and if you want to participate, you do. If you don't, then we just try and talk about stuff that happens to us as women, how we can navigate life change
Though nobody wants to talk about the stuff. Maureen will talk about stuff. And,
I'm not that way. I want to talk about it all the time.
well, and then see, you're on the other spectrum.
Yeah,
You will talk, yeah.
I will talk about it because it's not me that doesn't want to talk about it or that shames me and that shames, what I'm going through as an aging woman. It's the doctors.
Yes.
That always have something negative to say. Like, I'm like, I have this issue. Well, you're getting older. You're going to have it. Okay,
Now,
but
that's
still,
not an
it's still
answer.
not normal.
And that's not an answer.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, so that's kind of the table to get educated so that when you go into the room, you can actually talk to the doctors. Because a lot of doctors had degrees, but they have never delved into these kind of conversations with it. They just go through medical school and they don't know the other aspect of it. So when you go in home with like, okay, you need to run this blood test on me and they don't want to give to you, then you call your insurance company. I need a complete panel.
Right.
Because they can tell you like, okay, there's nothing wrong with you.
Right.
And I'm like, well, you have to do a complete panel. And I found with the insurance company, this is my time and I need to feel what's happening to me. Because your feelings are valid. And if you go to a doctor and they just rush you out the room, what is it this way? Because I just went to my doctor and she was like, the only alternative I can give you logically is to prescribe hormonal therapy to you legally. That's my hands are tied.
Mm-hmm.
And she was saying that to me, and when I was telling her what I was doing, she was like, get out my office, go and do what you keep on doing, because here, legalities and that's what they need, that's what they can sell. She was like, my hands are tied. And I'm like, but I'm sick. I'm like, this is what happening to me, and you're gonna tell me what's not happening. So when you harm yourself and go in there, you can have a more educated conversation with them and just don't take that. And if they run you, then you call the insurance company and like, I need another doctor because this one didn't work and this one didn't listen to me. But by fault, our doctors are supposed to listen to us. They're not supposed to tell us that like, you're just going through this because you're getting older.
Mm-hmm.
Older doesn't mean that, yeah, it has the decline that we decline with it, but we still can be healthy,
Absolutely.
Yeah, and so, yeah, it's just to make sure if that one, you find somebody else, like, who else can you recommend me to, because you did not satisfy?
Right. My doctor told me to, she said kind of some similar things. She said, well, I can give you ibuprofen for my symptoms. And I said, so I'm not a medication taker. So what is that going to do for me? Well, it's going to subside the symptoms. And I said, okay, well, I've tried that, the symptoms that subsided, but the problem is that you are not resolving what the actual issue is and you're not listening to the issue. So what happened was I used a couple of profane words. And when I got home, because I told her, I said, let me tell you something. You take your ibuprofen and you shove it up your ass. And I'm not going to listen to you guys tell me to take ibuprofen once again. So then when I got home, I got a phone call and it was from my insurance company. And they called and they said, oh yeah, Mrs. Newman? I said, yes. I'm here kind of as an advocate because apparently, is there something going on at your doctor's office?
Not once in my life, not once in my life have I ever had my insurance company call me. But apparently, as aggressive as I was, they called the insurance company to tell them something. I don't know what. But they called as advocates. So now they're like, okay, we're putting you on a care plan. What are your issues and what can we do to help you get them resolved?
Yeah.
Never in my life have I had that. But it was the insurance company that called me to try to help. But so I have to drop a couple of F-bombs for you guys to help me? That's ridiculous. But guess what I'm gonna do from now on?
JL, do you want to tell us what you got going on?
Sure, like what's the
Well, just what you got going on with business or anything you want to share.
business has been good, but during the holidays it's just extremely slowed down, especially with people with financial, like they got tight during like the November, December time frame. But now it's a new year, January, things are opening back up, and now business is starting to roll again. But still trying to get more connections for what I do, which has just been a little difficult. But other than that,
Yeah.
so I'm on the life insurance, disability insurance, and as well as the basically supplemental benefits. I help people build those, especially with what they do with their job. Sometimes what they have is not enough, and especially with long-term care insurance, which I feel like a lot of people lack. Um, so I help people build those, especially for children as well. So as they get older, even if they get sick, they're already insured, and people don't realize that as well.
And you also do for business owners too, right?
Oh yes, it's for everybody.
Okay.
So business owners, because a lot of times when you're self-employed, um, you don't really have any benefits either. So I help you get those benefits, and you have it for yourself. You self-fund it, and yeah.
Awesome. Thanks.
Ask questions now or later?
You can ask a question.
So do you do what's called, for tax purposes, they're called the KOCH, self-employed plan? Is that what you're talking about, insurance, is that what you're talking about, or? Quite huge.
Yeah, so it's in the life insurance, long-term
insurance.
care insurance, and as well as disability insurance and annuities. So if people want to build up a supplemental retirement,
I know someone that does that, if you get the right one, they can be pretty, good, yeah.
yes.
But so, okay, okay, I guess I'll ask you later about the other, what they call self-employed plans for the self-employed insurance. From the text, there's a certain one I'm talking about, I guess I'll ask you later.
Okay.
Okay, Linda, while you're standing, tell us what you got going on and what you're doing, what you do.
That's what you do. What do you do? Okay, I consider myself a tax lady. I've been doing it for over 35 years. And I represent people before the IRS and I've done audits. And I've done an exam. I've got some that I've even won situation for them today at Franchise Tax Board. And I helped them to see, because it was a situation where they had, the people said, how come I got to get my money? And they had paid these $800 a year when you have an LLC or something like that. And it was just sitting there waiting to be accredited because they didn't know how to apply it for whatever reason. And so I was able to help her straighten that out. And so I like to do consulting and tax planning and all that. So, and then I do it for businesses, individuals. I've done some nonprofits lately, so I've gotten more into doing that. But my main thrust is small businesses and all the write-offs that may apply to each given situation. So I like what I do. I like to help bail people out, especially in an attorney.
Thank you. And Laura, what do you do?
Just to show you samples. We had like one.
I mean, scarves like this. Then you put like rings
Scarves.
to keep your necks warm.
Laura, come on, let's show
From
you.
the fall to the spring.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you, Laura.
Except you don't wear it on the summer.
Yes, a little hot. Yes. Nope, that was it. Thank you, Laura. Appreciate that. And how much are your scarves?
I make them in different colors.
She's got all different colors. She's got
I got
three big
one
boxes.
that's red, one is purple.
She
I
loves
work
color.
out more color.
And how much are they?
How much are they, she said?
25,000.
25 now. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you very much. Claudia, you ready? All right. So, all right. I'm going to have to buy another one from you because I got one that I use when I'm on the golf course. And I need one that I can just have in the car. Okay. So,
Just FYI, Laura's got she's got a great variety of colors in the form. You can pick just about any way. If she doesn't have it, we can get it for you.
okay, great. Thank you for letting me know that.
Yeah.
Okay, so without further ado, we're going to learn about the power of events from our very own Claudia Newman of Seventi. Claudia, I am going to allow you to take the floor and you will be able to maneuver because I got you set up.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
So everybody knows me.
Yeah,
So
dude.
just for formalities. I'm Claudia Newman. I'm with Seventi. A lot of you probably have known me, my old company, which was Boxes. We were a catering company. But we skimmed out of catering and we went straight to events. Why did we go straight to events? Because we realized that people are having issues in the event industry as well. And they need me. So I'm really happy here today. As small business owners, we share a common goal. Building stronger connections with our customers. Can everybody hear me? Building strong community connections with our customers and our communities. Yeah. One of the most powerful ways to achieve that is hosting events. Whether it's a workshop, a product launch, or a simple celebration. Today, we're going to explore hosting events that can transform your business, increasing visibility, fostering loyalty, and even boosting your bottom line. I'll share actionable strategies, real-world success stories, and practical tips to help you plan events that deliver results. Before we dive in, I just like to ask everybody a question. What's one thing stopping you from hosting an event for your business?
Okay, so this is participant, okay.
What'd you say? You say no help?
I said the know-how.
The know-how? Oh, well, that's fine. So you don't have to worry about that. So you have no excuses now. Is that the only reason you wouldn't want to host an event?
Yeah, actually.
Okay, well, what about you, Maureen? Space? Oh, well, guess what? I have a ton of people that I talk to all the time that have spaces, so you don't have to worry about that anymore.
Anybody else?
You, Lakeisha,
Well,
what's
I
your?
host events every single month with Seventi.
Season over here. What about you, Miss Wanda?
It'd probably be the same as Maureen, like not knowing where to have it.
And then where to have it, depending on how many people,
Yeah.
probably. Okay, well,
Yeah.
that's what you have me for. What about you, Lionel?
Well, it's more like maybe budget and as well as trying to get the amount of people to come in, or even just like overspending and then not enough people come, or well, when too much people come and then I don't have enough. So it's like the budgeting and people.
Okay. And what about you, Francine?
I think it would just be the time that it takes to plan it out and put it all together. I'd like to have that off my plate and have somebody else do that part. So I think I would be calling Saventi for my, in my industry, we do client appreciation events, and I don't feel like trying to do all that.
Well, so to have you know that everything that you said, we can accomplish it all. So you have no excuses anymore, so you're gonna have to host events, right?
Yeah,
So why should you hold events? Well, one of the reasons you would want to hold events is you kind of want to build trust and loyalty by engaging your business community. I'm sure all of you have a business community. Even if you're a small business, you have, if it's a handful, if it's a two hands full, if it's a room full, you have a business community. Those community members need to know about your business. And how do they know about your business? By hosting events. You can build stronger relationships with existing customers, attracting new ones. By engaging directly, you create a sense of trust and loyalty, showing that your business cares about more than just profits. Because in the bottom line, people don't want to just be pitched to, people don't want to just be sold to. They want to know that you care about them. The interaction between goodwill, encouragement, word of mouth referrals, and position your business as an active, valuable part of the local community. Your local community is everybody that you talk to on a regular basis. Another reason why you would want to host events to increase your foot traffic and visibility. I know you talked about that a little bit. You want to get people to your business. Well, even if you start small, have a few people, have a handful of people, that handful of people is going to talk to several other people. They're going to find out about your business, and your business is actually a business that we all need. So they're going to tell other people, especially I've talked to you at other the Business Chicks events, and what I've learned about you is that I'm really comfortable talking to you about things that we don't want to talk about. We don't want to talk about life insurance. We don't want to talk about these things. But you're really comfortable and you're really knowledgeable, and so that makes me want to come to you. So if that makes me want to come to you, I'm going to tell 5 other people, this person is definitely going to be comfortable to talk to. Another reason, you want to showcase your products.
Lakeisha was,
Sorry.
It's okay. I know the light is probably right in your face. I just wanted to add to what you were saying. You know, when you were afraid of people not coming, basically, right? Or, you know, that kind of atmosphere. So we had at last month, and like you said, it was, you know, a lot of slow people were doing their thing. But the lady that came last month, she was the only one, and she's never been to of my presentation, but she hadn't seen the products or anything since she was a young girl, and I haven't shared it with her yet. But so she just got a couple of products, and she has texted me probably, I don't know, 2 or 3 times since then. And she was just like, "Where is the flyer for January? Because I have some people that I would like to invite for January." So even if you, excuse me, even if you just have one person that comes, and if you're just consistent with it, what I find is that when people see you doing it consistently every single month, same time, even if they can't make it one time, because she couldn't make it in November, but she came in December. So, and sometimes people are just, they just don't know, they're not sure. And so they don't bring a friend, but the following month, they're like, oh yeah, I want to bring. So now that she's like sold on it, she loved the presentation and, loved the product. So she wants to bring more people. So, even if it's just one person, like you never want to just count that person out because you never know who they know.
So one thing I will tell you about Lakeisha's events, Lakeisha just shows up. She doesn't have to do anything. She brings her products. She doesn't have to set up anything. She doesn't have to present flyers. She doesn't have, I mean, she has to post things. We don't do marketing specifically, but she just shows up with her products. That's it. She doesn't have to do anything else.
And I get notifications from Lakeisha because I'm on her mailing list or text message or whatever. So I get the notifications that she's having an event. And if I can participate, I'm coming to the event. So it does work. I am aware of,
What's going on?
yeah,
And even just the event that I was looking for, that I heard on Wanda's, she might not have been there, but it was an advertisement on there. But even with that, when I called him today, he said, we've been advertising it for 4 months.
right,
But it was my first time hearing about it.
right.
So I was just like, you just have to keep, putting it out there, continue. Like you may say, well, I don't want to post it every day or every other day, but you have to because you don't know when somebody's looking and how the algorithms are,
So
especially if it's on Facebook or something like that. You just don't know.
awareness. How many times have you seen a McDonald's commercial?
Right.
While you're watching a game or while you're doing something, it is over and over and over because people walk out the room on a commercial
Right.
or whatever. So,
You walked out. I got to get you when you come back in.
right. And so the awareness is there. You just need to make people aware. And like Lakeisha said, that one someone could be the one someone that ticks everything.
Yeah.
So,
People still eat that nasty food just because.
because it came on and they happened to be hungry.
I take that back. I'm not gonna call it food. People consume that nasty whatever ingredient just because of the marketing tactic. So, but you're right, absolutely right. Um, the third reason that you would want to have an event is you want to showcase your products and services in a dynamic way. You can bring your events at events. You can tell people about your events, but I'm telling you, if you don't have an event surrounding your events, people still are not going to be able to know about what you do. You always need to flush people in. And you talk about flush people out. We're always talking about detoxing. When it comes to events, you're flushing people in. You're bringing people into your space of business. You're bringing people into your space, your mind, because we all here have a passion for what we do. So if you have a passion for what you do, these people are going to come in and they're going to come in droves because that you do what you do because you enjoy it. Am I wrong? Is there anybody that does something here that they don't like doing within their business? I know we don't like paying bills, but within their business, do you like what you do? Do you have times where you have where you wake up? I don't know. We all pretty much are entrepreneurial people, but I don't know. When I was working in corporate America, I remember waking up and being like, "Man, I'm just going to call in sick," but I'm not sick. Oh, yes, I am, mentally. I'm sick. I'm sick of this place. But with everything that I've done since 2017, because I've been in business that long, there's not one day that I wake up and I say, you know what, I'm gonna call in sick. I never do that because I'm doing what I like to do. I'm doing what my passion is, and I'm doing what I'm good at. And guess what? Because I'm good at it, people are going to encourage me to keep going. I'm sure, well, it's not, I'm sure it did happen. When I decided to branch away from catering, all my clients cried. They're like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. And I'm like, I'm still in the atmosphere, so I'll still help you. But the other thing is about catering, I did a lot of things outside of catering, and I needed to teach them how to cook for themselves because the other part of my life and my lifestyle, I'm a retired nurse. So I am all about, you know, I always talk to Maureen about, me and Maureen talk a lot about health. It's a very big thing when you want to tell people about how to be able to function with food and eat good food. Well, how did I do that? Through events, showing your products and services. That's how I brought people in, products and services within events. Some events that work wonders. So some of my clients, again, my clients don't want to do the work. They want me to do the work for them, which is why I'm here. So a bakery said, you know, we're having, it's a slow time. We're trying to figure out how to boost clients and bring people in. Of all the things, how in the world, you have bread and sweets. How are you declining? So I said, you know what, we're gonna do something fun. We're going to do, this is something that an idea that I came up with. I said, let's do a free cupcake decorating contest. And they're like, what is that? Well, first of all, with cupcakes, they're like mini cakes. They're cheap. The other thing about cupcakes is they're little bitty and they're minimal. And then with the whole idea, and this happened actually during like a little after COVID, everybody was still weirded out by being around people. Well, now you're home, have your own little personal cake. You can decorate it the way you want. And guess what? It's kid friendly because, you know, kids just drop everything all over the place. And it's easy to just do cupcakes. So that's what we did, and it boosted their sales by 25%. They were ecstatic. So they wanted to have other events even after that. So they did. We had other events. But another client called the jewelry store. They just opened up about over the summer in let's see, June. In June, they opened up in June. And we're trying to figure out, okay, we just opened, how do we do things? So we had a VIP and an appreciation night, just one night. And they have some jewelry that's, you know, a little bit on the lower end range. And then they have some jewelry that's astronomical. I mean, we're talking Tiffany astronomical in price. Well, they had their event, and guess what? Those astronomical price jewels that they had, it's copper. Well, their high-end jewelry went up in sales by 30%. So when they had things there that was $25, they also had things there that were $300. They literally, with their event, boosted their sales. Isn't that awesome? Another client. There's a craft brewery right up the street from where I live. They, again, like we don't know what to do. I found out their company from another a business that I purchased from. And they're like, you know, we're just trying to boost ourselves, And I'm like, why don't you have a live music event? I mean, well, we just have a small space. And I'm like, it doesn't matter. We can squeeze people in here. We can squeeze a band in here, a small band, but we can squeeze them in here. Oh, it'll never work. And I'm like, you don't know who I am, do you? So we did. We squeezed the small band. Well, really, it just was a guy with a guitar. But they loved it. And again, we were able to boost their beer sales by 20% just with that one event. And do you think that they wouldn't have other events after that? No, they did. And guess what? They booked through 2 other bands after that. So guess if you're looking at the circle, so we helped the beer brewery, we helped the one guy with the guitar, and then we also pulled in 2 other bands. That's just with one business. How exceptional is that? It's amazing. Event ideas that are always going to work. From networking to knowledge sharing, business events have always had their own vibe. Here's a lowdown on the most common types and their goals. Workshops or DIY classes. The goal of workshops or DIY classes is to provide hands-on learning experiences that engage participants, allowing them to develop new skills or knowledge in a practical, interactive setting. These events help build a connection with your audience by offering valuable, actionable insights. They go beyond traditional product offerings and they foster a sense of community, encouraging customer engagement and position your business as an expert or leader. When you do DIY things, you are telling people that you know what you're doing and you know what you're talking about. That's it. That's just the bottom line of doing workshops, DIY classes. Open house and customer appreciation days. Well, why would we do that? Actually, Lakeisha had an open house. Actually, you had a couple of them. She was having so many, I couldn't wrap my head around it. But she had several throughout the holidays, throughout November and December. They're designed to strengthen relationships with your existing customers while attracting new ones. Did you attract any new clients?
Yes.
These events give customers a chance to interact with your business in a relaxed, welcoming environment. Were people scared to come where you were? Just a heads up. You had your open houses at your home, did you
At
not?
my house?
Were you afraid to have people come to your home?
No,
Were people afraid to go to your home?
not that I know of.
Well, there you go.
They
So,
came.
A relaxed, welcoming environment.
Mm-hmm.
What environment is more relaxed than your own home?
Mm-hmm.
And people trust you because of I know they're thinking about it, because I think about it sometimes. She trusts me enough to come to her actual home and she's doing business there? Well, yeah, she did, and they came. So it's an opportunity to showcase your products and services and offer exclusive discounts. You gave a lot of discounts during that time period, probably?
Trick question. Trick question. I didn't just do discounts, but they got free products. So if you spent a certain amount of money, you got half of what you bought free. So if you spent $50, you got another 25 free.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Kind of promotional.
So, those of us who live in an apartment, how do you, how would you, would that be, would people be just as apt to come, because it's just.
Yes, but if you yourself are not okay with having your event in apartments, see, the thing about apartment
I'm okay with it.
some apartment complexes actually have an area where they.
I know we have a clubhouse.
Yes, see, there you go.
Okay,
So
I'm
there
not
you
sure,
go.
I don't know if it'll be for business or not, but we do have a clubhouse, but I don't mind having people come up, I just don't know how people come, so you have to let them in the gate. I don't know how
They
people.
don't typically want you to sell,
Right.
but you could absolutely have a business event there.
Right.
But they typically want you to
But
sell
you-
something.
If you're doing it, you just call Claudia. You don't even do any
Yeah.
copy.
Don't do what I'm talking about. Let her talk.
Oh, I see. I like it.
There's always a way.
I have a way of words to get around every little niche and every little issue when it comes to what people say that they're not gonna do. Period.
I mean, if I have my way, I'm gonna do it every month because I love hospitality, I love to do that kind of thing.
You can do it in your apartment. If you have just a couple of people that you want to showcase, you can have an event in your apartment. Do you have a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, two bedroom? That's enough space.
We have 900 square feet.
Yeah, that's enough space. All you need is room to walk this way,
Oh,
That
we have
way?
plenty of- Yeah, we do.
this way, and this way, and you're good. That's it.
Thank you, I
You
get
can
it.
put 2 chairs in a circle. That's it.
I do.
Seasonal and holiday events. So people don't usually look at seasonal and holiday events within their business that have events. And this is the reason why, and it's actually Lakeisha and I, we can speak, I'll speak for myself, I'll let Lakeisha speak for herself. But typically for the holiday, we don't share the same holidays that other people might have. So sometimes people are not open to holiday events because of that reason. They don't agree with the holiday, they don't celebrate the holiday, but guess what? It's okay. Because you can turn and twist that holiday or that event or that time of the year to anything you want it to be. It doesn't have to conform with what other people do. So for instance, I do have a couple of friends that they don't celebrate Valentine's Day. They don't not celebrate Valentine's Day because it's because of the history of it. They don't celebrate Valentine's Day because they're single and they feel like it's not for them. So what do? We just make it an event for singles. That's it. We call it something else. So seasonal holiday events like Valentine's Day pop-ups, or summer barbecues, they're designated to create excitement. Capitalize on festive moments that resonate with your audience. These events track customers looking for unique experiences and special deals tied to the seasonal holiday. They also provide an opportunity to showcase seasonal products, themed offerings, and build community engagement. To generate a sense of urgency, encouraging attendees to visit your business and make purchases during limited time occasions. So why do I say holiday events? Because usually during a holiday, especially like we'll talk about Valentine's Day again, everything that you have is red. It has to go. We're gonna sell out then. Because guess what? If you don't get it first, somebody else is gonna get it. So guess who's coming? All those people who want my things. You know, same thing with St. Patrick's Day. Everybody that wants green stuff, they're gonna come get it because of that. Not everybody celebrates St. Patrick's Day. Not everybody celebrates 4th of July, but they're gonna come because they like the excitement of it. The other network mixers and collaboration pop-ups. Those are Seventi's specialties. We have geared vendor events and pop-ups to the T. Like I can't think of anybody that does a vendor event better than Seventi. Why? Because we've asked the questions and found out that there's a lot of things that happen at a vendor event on both sides, for vendors and also for clients that come to go to the event. We've asked the questions and we found out what was wrong, and we just curated everything that was wrong and we made everything right. So we celebrate vendor events, networking events, mixers, collaboration pop-ups, so we can bring together businesses, professionals, and community members to foster connections, share ideas, create opportunities for collaboration. These events help build relationships. They enhance our business's visibility and position you as a connector within the community, but also provide a platform to showcase your offerings while leveraging partnerships to reach a broader audience and create a buzz around your brand. Vendor events are amazing because you can be there at a vendor event and meet other people within business, and usually what happens is you'll find somebody within that vendor event that does something that you need within your own business. We've done it several times. I've seen it several times. Sometimes the people will go around to each other's tables and they will find out, I didn't even know you did this. I didn't even know you did that. So we really, really, really support networking mixers, collaboration pop-ups, and vendor events.
By the way, we had a whole beautiful fresh salad. We had the goldenware to get food. We got badges made with our name and business and our QR code. People could just scan. It was awesome. I digress.
When you have events, you want to match events to your goals. Not everybody has the same goal in mind when it comes to events. So what do you want to do? Do you want to bring awareness to your brand? Public events draw large, diverse crowds. They increase your visibility and introduce your brand to potential customers. Workshops showcase expertise, building credibility while fostering personal connections. These formats are perfect for creating buzz and spreading brand recognition on a larger scale. We always go to festivals and workshops. We don't ever know what we're going to find. A lot of times, Lakeisha will ask, well, where are we going? What are we doing? I don't know. That's always my answer, because I really don't know. I don't know what I'm going to see. I don't know what I'm going to be looking forward to, but every time we get there, it's never a fail. Has it ever been a fail? Not ever. And there's sometimes when we go to places with these types of events, and you know, they're less hype. We go there and we're like, you know what? It's less hype, but we're gonna make it hype. We're gonna figure out a way to go in there and do what we came to do, which is promote our business. If your goal is for sales, exclusive product launches and flash sales are for you. They create excitement and urgency, encouraging attendees to act quickly. Product launches provide an opportunity to highlight new offerings in a very memorable way, while flash sales tap into fear of missing out. Everybody's afraid to miss out. We're Americans. We don't want to miss out on anything. We get the first iPhone, the first pair of ugly shoes, we will get it. Why? Because somebody else might get it before us. So this drives immediate purchases. These events are tailored to convert interest into revenue. Interest into revenue. What is revenue? Revenue is money. Isn't that what you're trying to do with your business? Make money. If you want loyalty, member-only events and VIP nights work really well. They're very intimate, and they give your clients a chance, or potential clients a chance, to know who you are. They don't always know who you are. They might see you on Facebook, but if you're like my thought process, sometimes when I see people on Facebook, I'm like, hey, you know what? I know they're not like that. So I want to meet them in person. So I'll go to in person. I'll go to events, VIP events. I'll go to member-only nights. And guess what? Sometimes you see within people's businesses that it's completely different. You would think something about somebody, and you're like, you know what? They're really down to earth. Or, you know, actually it might be the other way. Oh, they're really I just want to get business from them because they do what they do well, but they're not the nicest people. I mean, that just happens. It might happen, but you still need to have these kind of events if you want one. So, of the crowd, what is the goal for some of your businesses? Wanda, what would be something that you would be the goal? Which one of these areas? Awareness, sales, and loyalty.
I think it would be sales.
Important for you right now. What about you, Linda?
Is your awareness sales or what?
Awareness, sales, or loyalty? What would be your goal if you were to have an event? What would be the goal of the event for you?
You said awareness, sales,
Or loyalty?
I've been told you say loyalty, because if you get sales, I mean, you get, you know, the right people, they're loyal. That's
They're going to keep purchasing from you. They're going to keep using your services. That's right. Maureen, what about you?
Whatever Maureen's having, we coming, because we know we're gonna have fun. We know she gonna give us permission to let our hair down.
no, you didn't.
She do.
Yeah, she does.
She lets her hair down, so it gives us permission to do that.
I'm aware that I'm in my business, like I have people that is loyal, but I don't like have like a VIP night or whatever. I probably need to do like something like I wouldn't call it VIP, but that aspect of my sales. I think that aspect and sales. I probably would have this but I think like this year was my most weird year. I don't know. I've been everywhere this year. People wanted to use me like for some reason. I think I get the more visible and but yeah, I think I should something like
What do you?
yeah. I think the VIP because I like intimate things like people get to know me and
But you're
I think
already
if people get to know you, people
doing the VIP type of event. Your table 6. That's a VIP event.
yeah, but I wasn't doing it for like after COVID. I'm just starting it back now. So that's what I said. Maybe that's the thing that and one of the things Green just talked about that I could really claim that I think with events, most of the people who buy my program did not buy it because I was on Facebook. That's why I was like, they were like, are you put, I'm like, no, I'm not doing advertisement on Facebook. The people who come to my event buy the event and they stay, like they stick around, like they'll be using me. That one time came to my table and since she's been there, she's been using me like all the time, like she hasn't break a year. I'm just her, you know. So I think for sales, it helps to for people to know you because if they know you when they're comfortable with you, they will stay. So I think if you loyalty will bring in the sales. So that's why I stopped at the table of six because I think I get more sales from that. With that. Just being, yeah.
I guess, well, I guess that she's saying the same thing, that experiences taught me that, most of the people, when you, when they find you, however, advertising or whatever, once again, most people, you build a rapport or long-term relationships. That's what, been my experience, I guess, has been when it comes to doing other finances and bookkeeping and that. So, I know some come and go, but, I would say the majority, you're able to build long-term relationship, and it's, yeah, like
Your
you said.
goal is different for every business, and it depends on where you're at in your business. What about you? What do you think?
For me, it's more about awareness. Normally when I do have a sale, they do have their loyalty and they do stick around. But the hardest part is the awareness, getting it out there, getting people in. And, you know, like when you talk about insurance, nobody likes to talk about it. Like they just, I don't want to hear it, I don't want to talk about it. It's just kind of like, it's always, I'll deal with that later. And then when that later comes, it's too late. It's trying to get them aware now, and that's the hardest part, is to get the awareness for me.
And I'm thinking,
Go ahead.
I'm thinking parties, even the cupcake thing, but we're doing a cupcake, something that doesn't even register on their radar that you're gonna talk about this. Hey, I'm having this gathering and we're gonna do the da-da-da-da-da, and they all come. Okay, while I have you here, just wanted to da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
And
That is, she just described a collaboration. Why?
Yes.
Because if there is a baker in the room, I will put that baker with you, and guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna decorate cupcakes and we're gonna talk about life insurance.
Yeah.
Right there.
And so you don't have to pull that whole wagon by yourself.
Because you were talking earlier about having the cost of doing events. Well, that's another way, and I'm gonna talk about that in a minute, but that's another way you can save money. You collaborate, and then you put the monies together, you put the ideas together, and you both can make money. What about you, Francine?
I'm liking the member only events. Like I said before, I have to do some more. When I did real estate prior to COVID, we had customer appreciation. And we did collaborate with, we had customer appreciation for Biz Chicks and for the real estate and for the whatever. So if y'all get an invite, you know why. Because we're gonna do a customer appreciation, and then I wanted to do a summit. I'm gonna talk to you about that, where I can have JL do a presentation, have Keisha, have Miss Wanda everybody does a presentation, and they get to present their whatever it is that they do, present it to the people who are online. And I'm like, oh, I got people to fill the room.
That's right. What about you, Lanisha?
So actually, I love the sales, the product launch, flash sales. Those are kind of like my TikToks that I need to do a lot more of. And if I just do them, it'll be easy. But anyways, those flash sales when I just do a product, because that's what draws people in, and then that leads to the awareness. or awareness that I'm still here, because that's usually the question I get. It's not that they don't know I'm here. They know I'm here. It's are you still, are you still here? I'm like, I'm still here. What you need? And so there's the awareness that I'm, still here. And then loyalty, I do have a private VIP group on social media, and I just need to do more things. And what I thought of this year, or right now to do, is to be able to offer more things. Like I have different people come, like you come and speak, or you come and just you get the come into the group and share what we just did, like what we do or whatever. And I offer different things I think that'll keep them engaged in the customer group. I mean, I'm going to do things too, but it'll keep my customers engaged in the group rather than just seeing, you know, skincare, makeup, especially if they already have everything anyway. But, um, but just it'll keep them engaged to do where because they're in that group, then they get to be privy to things that I have access to. I got access to a tax lady. I got access to health and wellness. I got access to Seventi. Guess what? My girl on the radio. What y'all got? Y'all want to say something? Y'all need to listen to the radio, because now y'all know y'all can say Google, hey Google, or hey Alexa, and it'll play KDEE. Okay, I'm new to it. That's why I'm. Did you know that? Okay. And the insurance and real estate and biz chicks, all of it. So I want to be able to offer more things in the loyalty VIP and have more and I do customer appreciation. I don't think we've done a customer appreciation particularly. I mean, we did the winter, the holiday.
We haven't done one.
We haven't done the customer appreciations this year, but I think it's super. That's definitely a place that a lot of businesses, not just myself or not just Francine, like we do customer appreciation, but even like your business is more like a set it and forget it. Like once they got it, they don't really want to talk about it no more. But it goes back to how you build your business. Same way is referrals, right? So if they're going to feel more comfortable sharing us with their friends if they get to know you a little bit more, not just for that, but just well around like, are you?
That's what like my problem is too. Like a lot of them want to refer, but then they're the ones that's in that awareness part again. It always falls into awareness.
Yeah, so that's why, because they don't want to tell their friends to but they'll bring them to a cupcake party, or they'll bring them to a pamper party, or they'll bring them to table six. They'll bring them, you know what I mean? But they don't want to tell them.
Oh, you need insurance, and
they don't want to tell them.
Yeah,
They'll bring
they
them to
know
those
that
things.
they need it, but there's this at the same time there's like there's always that
hard.
pullback.
Right.
Yeah,
And so, but that's when you have the collab happening, and you can now we're doing the heavy lifting.
So I think one thing I found out for myself too, I think a lot of people, and I'm learning, and I think it takes me a minute to learn this now. Um, some people we just sell, but I think if you can teach people, I think more people now buy when you teach. Like,
Right.
so if you're just gonna be like, first time when I started, I was like, hey, just come and like, it was just, well, I didn't start for anybody, I started for myself, but I end up here. But I think when you can teach someone like what is the value of what they're getting, or what you're selling or what you're not really selling, but you're selling, it draws a bigger impact. Because I remember this lady, I met her at an event where I paid to go, and I was doing, she just saw me and I was dressed, and she was like, oh, and she took like two different looks, right? And I was like, I'm a stylist, and then she was like, you look like one. But then she was like, I buy secondhand clothes all the time and I put it under my closet and blah, blah, blah. And then I was just starting to teach her, like, it's not really about your secondhand clothes. That has nothing to do with how you dress. It's how you put the clothes together and how they accent your body and what they do for your confidence and all of that. And before I know it, she was my customer because she didn't. I started to teach her from a different lens, like what is clothes supposed to be. Most people just put it on and wear it, but that's not what it's supposed to do for you. So whether you buy secondhand or first hand, it doesn't matter if the clothes not good. The body don't know the difference really. It's how you put them together and how you dress them. When you know what I mean? So from that point, I've been like, so this year I'm like, oh, so I'm in the teaching part. Because I think when you teach people, you kind of take away the sales from it.
Yeah.
And that kind of just educate them a little bit. And I would say, yeah, I think if we can just shift a little bit, like why they might not be buying is probably look at teaching them like what are what are some of the benefits and the outcome and how you can package it a little better.
This is why the diversity of events is necessary.
Yeah.
You can't just have the same old events. That's why we have events that
Yeah.
that's why they're different
Yeah.
and they're necessary. Your event must-haves, you have to define your event objectives, your venue and setup, invitations and RSVPs, interactive activities, and promotional planning. Event planning is all about nailing the essentials. No matter what the type or scale of the event, the elements are non-negotiable for pulling it off flawlessly. But you don't have to worry about that because that's why I'm here.
Right.
Maximizing event success, you have to use your social platforms for, we talked about trying to get people there. Use your social platforms. However, I will tell you this. Since 2017, I very rarely use the social platform, but I very rarely got clients from the social platform.
Correct.
Where did I get a lot of my clients? Word of
Mouth. Yeah.
Word of mouth. In fact, there was somebody I was talking to and they really didn't believe that. They're like, how do you get these clients? They're like, they come out of the blue. It's like people from different backgrounds, different races, different financial statuses, they're all here. And they're like, why are they here and how did they get here? They just told somebody, that's it. So that's good. Email your existing customers. If you're not on any kind of plan where you pull together a list, so if you ever do go to networking events and your follow-up game is not that strong, you need to change that. In 2025, change that. Because this is another way to get clients, is emailing them, talking to them, making sure you know who they are, getting to know them. Partnering with local influences to amplify your reach. You have now a room full of people. These are your local influencers. I'm not talking about influencers that get money for whatever reason, I don't even know. I'm talking about the people that are in business. Those are your local influencers. Engage your audience, add value by through demos or giveaways, encourage attendees to also share your media. Let your clients do the work for you. You don't have to always do it. Let them do it for you. Make personal connections with one-on-one conversations, hand out business cards. You don't have to hand out business cards. Create for you a digital business card. You know what? He's bringing in those desserts right now. So let me tell you what you can do at an event, and I've done this at an event. Those little minis. So my girlfriend makes little business cards, but they're edible. She puts them on the little mini desserts, just like that. That's how you get your word out. They're going to be eating their dessert, and they're going to be like, why is this writing on this thing? Is this real? Can I really eat it? While they're trying to figure that out, they're in their head connecting and trying to get your number from that little dessert or whatever it is. A strawberry, a straw. Lakeisha gives away roses that have her information on them. Try these things. They're so, how much are the roses? Are they expensive?
No. Actually, the last time I gave out roses, I was at Lady Charmaine's event. It wasn't a couples event. It was like, girls' night out with the twist, which was meant the men were invited.
Yeah.
And this girl came up to me at the end. She was like, she saw me giving a rose out. She was like, I was wondering how all these people got a rose. I want a rose. She was like, oh, I see what you're doing. I was like, you gotta get on it, girl. You gotta get on it. But anyway, no, they're not expensive. Before COVID, they were, you can get them really, really easy. I have to, order them in advance now. The ones I have now actually got, were kind of given to me, so. But they're wooden roses, so if you ever see me give them out before, they last
When you
forever.
have your events, cannot stop there. Can't have an event, have people there. Okay, so you got all the people's names, so you've met all the people, so you've got to know them. You can't stop there. You have to send thank you emails for any attendees that happen. You have to share highlights with the event on social media. Analyze what works. You have to do that.
Oh, this
The
is
metrics
called
that
follow-up? Follow-up?
Yes.
Oh, my
What's
God.
the saying?
The fortune is
It's
in the
in the
follow-up.
And what did I just say? Don't let 2025 go if your follow-up game is down. Bring it up. You want to track your attendance numbers. You want to increase your sales through leads. Online engagement during and after the event is a must. Use your data to refine future events. What did I just say? We have vendor events. We didn't start having vendor events. We went to other people's vendor events and found out what sucked about those. And then we came together and we pulled the vendor event for ourselves. And guess what? Our first event, some people would probably say that the event tanked because nobody showed up. But let me tell you what happened. This is a very funny story, by the way. Nobody showed up. When I say nobody showed up, I'm talking about there were no clients to come in and purchase things. But guess what happened? All those people at the vendors, they went to each other's table and purchased things from their people that were there.
Yeah.
And guess what? They got their information and they knew somebody that needed that particular service. And do you think it would tank? No. People are calling me now. They're like, you know what? I got 5 people just to buy candles, and I got some to get ready to purchase them for the new holiday coming up. That wasn't a tank.
Right.
It never
And guess
goes
what? They
down.
still got beautiful, delicious salads.
Yes.
So,
Never goes in whatever. If you're working, if you're doing the work,
right.
what you're doing, you may not see an immediate result. Sometimes
But there
you do,
will-
but it's coming because you're out there working, you're out there moving.
And I can see how we can weave you into things like with my event, if I do a customer appreciation, and I'm inviting all of you all to bring your customers to, why we gotta have one customer appreciation where I can invite everybody does a customer appreciation day, and your customers come, my customers come, and then we introduce you and introduce other people. So now, cause all my real estate people need to talk to you before they, after they buy a house, they need to talk to you.
Absolutely.
So I see this as the collaboration part is going to be key. That's going to be way key.
That's funny you're talking about that, because my goal with this week was actually contact real estate agents.
See?
It was actually on my calendar. I was like, okay. This, I did have one client, but it's been slow with her with real estate. So I was like, I just needed to talk to more. And she actually needed life insurance for her family and as well as some of her clients because they needed mortgage protection.
Look, you need to
So-
talk to the agents about their own insurance, not just their clients.
Absolutely.
Because this job it's not what is it? It's not like a 9 to 5 where you got guaranteed anything. And then we still get calls from all these other insurance people who, okay, hey, we can help you do da 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 da, but we don't know them. They're in Florida somewhere on an 800 number. We don't know you, but you want me to give you a few $100s a month for.
Absolutely.
this was hard too, because for me, my clients are all over the place too, like, but then those are all word of mouth referrals, so I have clients in Texas. So I have,
But we
Alaska.
know you.
yes,
Yes.
It's not like the people we don't
Events are
know.
Virtual too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely.
so it's been like hard with the Sacramento region, because it's a lot of like my warm market, because I was former military before, they're not even in California. So trying to get it here in Sacramento has been tough, because everything's been outside.
Okay, so, and I would say to you also, if you don't mind the suggestion, go to military here. We got ex-military
Base.
bases
They still
here.
here.
Me,
They
Right.
still here.
And the,
And Bill.
yeah, Bill Maser,
And Marysville.
And you
yes,
guess what?
Bill Air Force Base is still up there.
Guess what Seventi also does? Travels. You wanna have an event in Texas? Let's do it.
Right.
I know people in Texas, I know people on the East Coast, I know people in the Midwest. Let's do it.
Yeah, we've been asked a couple times.
Absolutely. Sacramento, look, so I feel like as long as, I used to say, as long as I have feet, I can move, as long as I have wheels, I can move. Well, it don't even matter anymore, because like even if you have a wheelchair, you can move, right?
Right.
So you get in there and just huff it around, and you go wherever you need to go, wherever you think your clients are gonna be. I have flew out of town to do events. We just came back from San Jose, we did an event on Christmas. Did anybody care? No. What people like, what are you doing? And I'm like, working. That's what I do.
Right.
So don't ever let anything stop you. As long as you have Seventi in your corner, we can do anything.
Mm.
Seventi handles corporate events, social events, nonprofits, fundraising events, political events, religious events, virtual and hybrid events. The key benefits for doing events. This is the follow-up conversation. You will build lasting connections. You'll strengthen your brand in the community, and you'll drive revenue and long-term growth. These are key points to know. So take your first step. Plan and host your first event in the next 30 days.
Just an idea, I know a lot of people that used to be in Amway, you all ever heard of Amway at one point?
yeah.
And you know what, they would travel, they would write off, I'd write everything up on their taxes for the trip. They would go up to Oregon or Washington, and when they make a stop or a gas station or talk about anybody about their business, they would, a lot of times they would get customers even along the way.
Absolutely.
So, that's not that event, but I mean, you're traveling, you book that way or whatever, you can schedule an event anywhere, so
You
that,
can schedule an event anywhere.
so
Are we
that.
going somewhere for your birthday-ish?
so
Is it just a birthday-ish? What did you do?
No, everything is
Never
work.
let it just be.
But, yeah.
No, it's always
Let me
business.
get it, tell Mary to get. We all set now. I'll just hand it to her.
And then, so, just a comment, and more people that are self-employed, if they would be as diligent as the Amway people are, because they're really diligent, a lot of them are, about writing off everything. They want all the breaks they can get, and then some even if they can't. So, if more people that would, be more conscious of what they can write off, and even if you come to me and there's something that you can't write off, if you don't know, I'll just let you know, what you can and can't, but at least you did your due diligence in getting everything possible. So,
Yeah, you shouldn't be afraid of having business even when you're not having business. You should always be you're an entrepreneur. You really don't have a choice. You said that everyone thinks that you're supposed to leave your 9 to 5, leave your W-2, and it's supposed to be easier. It's not. It's not easier. You're working all the time.
What you say? It's scary. I guess.
It's what?
It's scary.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
scary.
it is, because
Yes, at least you have a nest. No, the only nest you got is you.
you better, and you gotta go to,
put your hand out, ask for a receipt.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, because see, the thing is,
That you can keep them together, and yes, I got my hand out, I want my receipt.
Yeah.
For everything.
so the thing is that when you start your own business, you don't have that system set up that you had when you were at your job.
Right.
They, they had the IT department, they had all of that, and you now need to have a CRM, and you need to have a way to track your clients and all of these other things. That's where BizTix comes in. We will help you set that type of thing up. And I need to have an appointment with you because I need to do this summit, and I don't need to be planning it.
You don't.
I was like, wait a
Everybody
minute.
here. I don't ever have to worry about my makeup because I go to Lakeisha. I don't ever have to worry about any kind of conversation I need to have with health awareness because I have my friend. I don't have to worry about any kind of way to push my business out because I have Wanda. And on top of that, just like she said, you weren't here, but she is one of those people that can definitely help you be a better speaker, a better presenter. If you're a nervous chick, I'm really a nervous chick.
Sure.
She will help you with that. She will guide you with that. You need to know about life insurance. You need to know about taxes. If you need to know about real estate, all these people in this room can help you.
Yeah.
And Seventi can help you with all the things. So let me, just a disclaimer, because I want to say this right. What we do is we specialize in specific services. We provide event planning, logistics, on-site coordination, ensuring that your event runs smoothly from start to finish. Our focus is on creating memorable experiences by handling the key areas, scheduling, vendor management, decor. What we don't do, while we don't handle event marketing or promotional campaigns, we can provide advice on how to align your marketing efforts with the event flows and objectives. And so that's what we do. I know a lot of times there's the misnomer that, because this happened, this conversation has happened. Well, aren't you supposed to be promoting it?
No.
So I'm supposed to be promoting it and I have 55 other clients, but you choose to do nothing. No, we can help you, we can guide you, but it's still up to you because it's your business. You aren't supposed to promote your event. We'll put it on, we'll make sure that it's locked, but you have to get the people there. But we can help guide you with that.
Okay, thank you. Woo!
Now I can sit down, now I need a drink.
It was very good, because I was like, oh, that just took a lot off my plate. Because we were talking about doing the summit with some of the ladies in New York, another lady in Florida, and we were talking about doing a Biz Chick Summit. And I was like,
That'd be great.
oh, do what? Okay, who's doing what? Oh, we are calling Seventi. Seventi is going to help us set it up. It's online, so
Boom.
I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a lot better.
Sometimes those virtual summits are a lot, it's just as much work
Yeah.
Yeah,
than the
They are,
in-person
yeah.
summit.
yeah,
Absolutely. Because there's a lot of technical, you see my tech eye.
yes. And so the tech part we got handled all okay. It's the coordination of the people and the and who's doing what and how are they coming in. I'm like, okay.
But you have to know about the technology to put all that together too.
Yeah.
So it's a one-off. It's like everything. It's like how those events are like, that's how those events go.
Right.
And because you're not like with in-person events, you're concerned about yourself. With online events, the technology doesn't always like you.
No, it doesn't play
And
nice
there's
some
nothing you
days.
can do about it.
Except for call us and we can handle that. But we are gonna be doing in-person workshops. Because we did them when we first started. They were great. We had really good turnouts and everything. Not just like this Biz Chicks, but I'm saying we had like a half day thing where we brought speakers in and it was really good. And then there was 2019. And then it's like, okay, so, but we're out of that part and we can start doing that again.
I didn't ask anybody, but does anyone have any questions? And my cards are on all the tables, so if you want to grab one, if you don't have one already.
The last time I put on an event, when I finished, I couldn't see my feet.
Well, you know what, Savannah Seventi comes straight with,
Give me back my 2
Juice.
feet.
yes, absolutely.
I could not.
You guys, that is probably one of, the part of it, because you wanna, as a presenter, as the one that's putting it on, you wanna be focused on, what it is that you're gonna